It is me, Andrew. This is going to be your Mercury retrograde forecast for the one coming up in 2 days. It's going to be August 13th through September 5th. So, Mercury retrograde is a time that we can redo things, we can rest. It's a time that I feel like the universe gives us to kind of take a pause and evaluate where we are, kind of rework the things that maybe are no longer working in our lives, and maybe pick up some of the things that we have put by the wayside and, revamp and rework and, everything that starts with a re. So the spread that I'm going to be using today is actually the spread that I use in the Make Mercury Retrograde Your Bitch reading that will be available starting today and ending on September 5th. It's going to be a reading to really empower you during Mercury retrograde, because I don't believe in making Mercury retrograde something to be feared. I don't believe in making it some horrible celestial event that causes the whole world to go to hell in a handbasket. That's not what it's here for. So I'm going to also be attaching my blog post to this video in the link below. In the link section below the video, so you guys can read that. I give you survival tips for Mercury retrograde, crystals to carry, things to work on, and that kind of thing. So I really approach it from a position of it helping us instead of being something that hurts us. Now, I do give you some pointers for things maybe not to do during Mercury retrograde, but other than that, it's a very uplifting post, and I've got a lot of positive feedback from it. And like I said, this reading will be available today, and it will give you the theme of your personal time during Mercury retrograde of what to work on. So, and the reading will be delivered via a YouTube video just like this. It'll be a private, unlisted YouTube video that you can, or not private, unlisted, it'll be unlisted. So only you have the link to it. And so it'll be just like this. So when I start this reading, this will literally be just like your reading will be if you decide you would like to get one. So we are going to start with what we collectively should redo during this Mercury retrograde. I am using the Pagan Otherworlds Tarot for this reading. So let's see what we got. Okay, redo. And we're going to do rethink. And we are going to, revisit. Okay, well, that card just flew out of the deck. So this is the first 3 cards of the reading. So redo, we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is, when I see it, it is someone who is very logical, someone who is very aggressive in their goals. They cut down everything in front of them to get what they want and to achieve what they desire. Sometimes that's good, sometimes that's bad. To me, the Page of Swords is someone who can cut away obstacles, but can also cut away things that can help him, because there's a very independent spirit there. So when this card comes up in the redo position, it's redo your approach. Redo the thinking of how you approach situations. So instead of approaching situations from a place of, I want to get this done, yes, approach it from a place of, what does this situation have to teach me? And if you come across an obstacle, instead of just chopping it down right off the bat and just freaking out about it, really let yourself kind of sit with it and say, okay, so what is this obstacle trying to keep me from, or what is this obstacle trying to teach me? Instead of just going and cutting it down. So rethink, we have the 8 of Swords. So this is perfect for rethinking, because the 8 of Swords is all about your thoughts and how our thoughts keep us trapped and how our thoughts keep us bound. And with the 8 of Swords, and there's normally a girl in the middle of the swords with blindfolded. She has all the tools around her to cut herself free from it. So rethink where you are right now in terms of what you are struggling with and any mindsets that you are battling right now, because you really have the power. And Mercury retrograde is a great time for rethinking how we approach situations. So are you approaching situations from a place of powerlessness or a place of powerfulness? Think about it. So for revisit, we have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups is talking about revisiting something that maybe failed. Revisit something that you feel like did not work out. Now, with this particular card, you have 3 cups that are emptying themselves and 2 cups that are full. So what happened wasn't necessarily something that ended in complete failure. Maybe it was just how you approached it that was not the way that maybe it should have been approached. So collectively, this is telling us to, when things go wrong and we walk away from it, it's okay to go back and revisit those things. It's okay to go back and revisit maybe the positive aspects of that situation. Maybe not redo the whole situation over again, but it's really telling us to take a look back and see the positive in it, because nothing is ever a complete failure. Nothing. There's always something to be gained in every experience. So now we're going to look at what to do more of and what to do less of. So collectively, what we need to do more of, is the Empress. And what we need to do less of is the Knight of Cups. So to me, when the Empress comes up and the do more of, it is focus on that abundance and that nurturing aspect of the Divine Feminine. So the Empress is, when we normally see her, traditionally she is pregnant. She's not pregnant in this card. But I always see the Empress as expecting a bountiful harvest, expecting what it is you want to come to you. So do more of that. Do more of that manifesting work. But manifesting isn't just constantly saying, I'm going to do this, 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 and this. I want this, 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 and this. Manifesting is expecting things to come to you, because what the very vibrations and the thoughts that you send out, you get back. So do more of expecting abundance, and you're going to receive abundance. Now, do less of, we have the Knight of Cups. So we had in redo, we had the Knight of Swords. Now we have, what do we have? Let me actually go back. Sorry, we have the Page of Swords for what to redo. I am very sorry about that. I don't know why I was thinking Knight. He's not even on a horse. It's been a long couple of weeks, guys. So for redo, let's go back and talk about it. So redo, we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Swords is just beginning their journey. And I see the Page of Swords just beginning their journey into a new thought pattern, a new realm, a new adventure that is brought about by their thoughts. So redo the thoughts that you have about new things, about change, about starting new adventures. That's really where you are going to shine at. So redo those thought processes, because they are really going to help you. So I do apologize about that. The do less of is the Knight of Cups. So do less of being in your emotions. Do less of charging forward with your emotions during this Mercury retrograde. When we let our emotions lead us and guide us, sometimes it can work out very well. Sometimes it can work out not so well. So Mercury retrograde is definitely a time where it's good to be a little analytical of things that are going on, because Mercury is the planet of communication and is also the planet ruling the air sign, Gemini. So there is a lot of energy around the air signs, the logical, the analytical signs. So definitely communicate from a place of analytical thinking rather than emotions, because during Mercury retrograde, emotions can be taken way polar opposite ends. You can say something that you think is nice, and then someone else is like, what the fuck do you mean talking to me like that? And you're like, I didn't mean anything bad by it. So do less of charging forward in your emotions. So this was the card for your lesson, and this is the card for what to let go of, and then everybody gets a bonus card in the Mercury retrograde. It's actually called the Make Mercury Retrograde Your Bitch reading. So we're going to look at what to let go of. The Six of Swords. This is interesting. So let go of wanting to be somewhere else. Let go of wanting to be in a different place. Let go of wanting to be in a different job. Let go of wanting to be somewhere different because it's distracting you from where you are. Let go of it. Let go of obsessing about where you are going to be and where you want to be, and realize that you need to sit and be calm where you are, because you cannot move forward anywhere else unless you are happy and content where you are. If you think you're going to find happiness, if you think that you are going to find that ultimate sense of peace with a job or with something external, then you're wrong and you're never going to find it. So find peace, find happiness where you are, and the other opportunities will come. But this Mercury retrograde, let go of that I want to be here. You know what I mean? Let go of that. Our lesson, we have a lot of swords cards, and that's actually very interesting. Actually not really, because it's a Mercury retrograde reading. Our lesson, is the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords is really about making that decision, to me, about making that decision between following your higher self and following your ego. There are two swords. There are two ways to go. If you want to go with your higher self, then things are going to work out fine. If you go with your ego, things may seem like they're going to work out fine, but everything is going to go to shit before it gets better. With your higher self, that still may happen. But at least with your higher self, you'll be approaching it from a place of power and a place of knowing that you are looking at things the right way, that you're not looking at things with your ego. So that's kind of what the guidance is for the lesson that we have to learn. Oh my God, the bonus card is the Queen of Swords, and you guys saw me shuffle this deck. So the Queen of Swords is really, honestly, getting rid of shit that no longer serves you, and that's what Mercury retrograde is all about. Getting rid of stuff that no longer serves you. If it doesn't serve you, let it go. Let it go. Mercury retrograde is a powerful time of releasing. So releasing what no longer serves you, getting rid of things, letting things go. Because honestly, it doesn't make sense to hold on to things that no longer serve you. That doesn't make any sense to me to do that. So what your guidance is your lesson is to choose your higher self during this Mercury retrograde season, and always, because Mercury retrograde, like I said, is a time where everybody on Facebook and everybody on Twitter and Instagram and whatever is like, oh my God, Mercury retrograde's here, oh my God, what am I going to do? Don't approach it from that. Don't approach it from that fear-based level of shit. Don't do that. Because Mercury retrograde is here to teach us and here to help us. So like I said, my blog post will be below if you want to read it and check it out. You can actually book your Mercury retrograde reading now if you would like to get a jump start on what your guidance will be for Mercury retrograde. I promise to get all of your cards right in the reading and not say that the Page of Swords is the Knight of Swords. Like I said, I'm extremely tired, so I'm sorry about that. If you want to follow me on Instagram, you can do that at Tarot with Andrew. My website is tarotangel444.com. Like I said, it is below. I am sending you so much love and light, and may the odds be ever in your favor. Bye.